What is up, dudes? Lady dudes! Welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, we've got another small news video. We've been getting a lot of news lately, but I'm not mad about it because the news has been hype, alright? Last night, we got two new Link Frames Pack 2 monsters. We got the Six Samurai and the Magical Musket Link monsters. I have a video on those below, so check that out. As for this guy we had announced a while, probably almost like 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, with the Harpy Link. The Harpy Link got, as effects got announced like a week ago, and now we have this guy, which is pretty cool. So the guy we have here is called Double Header Anger Knuckle. It's a Link to Earth machine monster with 1500 attack with a down arrow and a right arrow, which is pretty interesting. A lot of you might have expected that, like, oh, like rank 10 trains, like one of the problems is one rank 10 train may not be able to kill your opponent, so you might need to get two on board. So maybe you would have expected a Link monster that could open up two zones, which this gentleman does not. But I think that's okay, because I think he's actually pretty solid overall. He takes any two machine monsters. I gotta love that. Pretty generic for the entire just machine type in general, because there is a decent amount of machine monsters already. And here we go. His first and second effects are hard once per turn. Oh, whoa. You can only use one effect per turn among both his effects, and only once per turn. So you can only activate one of either of these effects once per turn. Okay, cool. And he cannot be used as a Link material. So I think this is a pretty cool effect, because I think this should have been this little effect should have been implemented on other cards we've seen. I feel like, Needle Fiber, Ice Sold, Cherubini, like all these like really great extending Link 2s that you can just extend and then link up into something that makes your board stronger. Whereas instead of doing that, like, you would be able to, like, you'd be able to like punish them a little bit for not punish them, but like you just wouldn't be able to link it away for like whatever you want, which would like makes them way better. So yeah, I feel like that should have been implemented in other cards. We've seen this twice now on cards that like are not amazing, but cards that are solid. But I wish they were on cards that were amazing to nerf them a little bit. Anyway, let's read these effects. This first effect says, during either player's main phase, you can send one monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Then target one level 10 machine monster in your graveyard. Special summon in defense position. And its effects are negated. So, I don't know how these effects work. Does this mean... Oh, man. So I believe you need to have a target already engraved, but because you send a monster first, that you can, if you already had a target engraved, you could send a monster from hand to grave or field to grave, and then special summon that monster back. Here's your grave. So okay, pretty solid. It can send itself off this effect. It just says send any monster. Rank 10 turns are already going second, like OTK deck. This effect kind of makes me interested in cards like Mind Control, just steal an opponent's monster, then send that to special summon from grave, which I think could be pretty cool. Stuff like that. If this card is in the graveyard, you can send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard to special summon this card. I love that it just sends that. If there, I don't know too well, but if there are any just generic floating cards, like really generic floaters for machines that are kind of solid, this makes them like much better. Just the maneuverability of this card, the flexibility. But keep in mind, you can only use one of the effects once per turn. So if you use the effect to special summon something from grave, you cannot bring it back from grave that same turn. I don't know. Overall, I think it's a pretty good piece. A pretty nice like extending piece. We have the Gadget Link, which does kind of work with this with like machines, that if you want to play the Gadget engine, this guy, and we also have Clay Fort Genius. So we have like a nice little trio of like decent Link 2s for machines that definitely provide different ways of extending, and I kind of dig it. So let me know what you guys think, especially if you know more about like trains and machines in general than I do, because I do not know much. I've never really been that much into the machine type, but I think I'll definitely probably be taking a deeper look at it now to see, you know, what's going on with these guys, because they have some pretty cool cards coming up. But right there, guys, I'm going to leave the video off here. Like I said, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't to the channel, because I'm trying to make this a thing, and yeah, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, guys. Peace out.